Never underestimate the quiet moments that seem to pass unnoticed. They might just ripple across time in unexpected ways. By the end of this story, you'll understand why a forgotten gesture can echo through years, changing a life in ways you'd never imagine. In a small town, under the sweeping canvas of endless blue skies, an old-school bell rings its final call at Lakeview High. Students flood the halls one last time before summer break, their laughter bouncing off lockers and walls. Classroom 107 sits empty, save for an elderly teacher tidying her books on a wooden desk. She's always found comfort in these walls, but today feels different. A little more final, a little more bittersweet. Mrs. Thompson, the math teacher with a love for words just as much as numbers, spots a forgotten scarf on a chair. As she's done countless times, she smiles, knowing the forgetful owner will claim it, appreciative of her care. Years in this role have taught her every bump and curve of the human heart, yet today those insights weigh heavy. Retirement beckons her like a hushed whisper, gentle yet demanding her departure. But here's where it gets interesting. What Mrs. Thompson doesn't realize is that one of her small, seemingly inconsequential habits is about to leave a lasting mark. Across town, a young man named Jake, 24 and on the cusp of something great, pens a letter to someone he's not spoken to in years. The memory of an old teacher who once unknowingly sparked a passion in him surfaces with more clarity as he undertakes this long overdue gesture. Years earlier in classroom 107, a younger, less sure Jake had sat at a desk, knees bouncing nervously during an essay feedback session. Mrs. Thompson approached with a stack of graded papers, placing his in front of him. Her calm, reassuring nod was a silent celebration of his strengths. She remarked respectfully, "You've got away with words, Jake. Never let that go." A few simple words spoken on an ordinary Tuesday, yet they planted seeds he couldn't yet comprehend. If you've ever let someone know their efforts matter, this next part is specifically for you. Jake's life took many turns. He stumbled through college, hurdling obstacles both academic and personal. Yet Mrs. Thompson's encouragement remained his beacon. Finally, his words found home in a prestigious poetry journal, a milestone Jake never imagined he'd reach back in high school. And today, poised to receive a literary award, he feels the pull to acknowledge the beginning of it all. The hum of Saturday mail delivery fills a quiet street where Mrs. Thompson sips morning coffee. A small bundle of letters lands on her doorstep. Amongst bills and circulars, a hand-addressed envelope from a name she hadn't thought of in too long catches her eye. As she reads Jake's words, a flood of emotion washes over her, a confirmation that her life's work was not just adding figures or teaching grammar, but seeing, nurturing, and believing in her students. Sometimes the weight of gratitude finds its release in unexpected moments, like tears on worn paper. For Mrs. Thompson, it's momentarily overwhelming. But in those same moments, redemption breathes quietly between the lines, the realization that nothing was ever really lost, only found later in unexpected letters. What would you have done if you were in her shoes, recalling the seemingly mundane words that changed a life? As we wrap this story, it beckons us to subscribe and tap the notification icon so we can continue exploring these human journeys together. In life, we're often unaware of the profound impact of our smallest actions. As Mrs. Thompson closes the letter, she feels lighter. Her years in room 107 weren't mere chapters closed, but a living manuscript, still being written, still inspiring those who've wandered through. Reflect on this as you move through your day. What small kindness might ripple out from your corner of the world? And remember, these stories of everyday significance await you. So make sure to subscribe and tap the bell, ensuring you never miss the next chapter in this tapestry of human connections. What might have felt small today could be the memory that ignites an untold future.